So I took a nap on the floor over there after posting that hour-long video. How long was I out for again? July! Hello, Lorelings! You guys have been sending a lot of comments since our last videos did quite well. Let's read some of them, shall we? Your lore vids make it so much easier for me to understand the deep lore of this world. I would have shared your vids to my friends if they played Warframe. Correction, I would have shared your vids if I had friends. Hey, does anyone want to be this guy's friend? Shut up! But for real, if you guys are looking for other folks to play with, feel free to put a message out in the comments, maybe give your username. We also have a looking for groups section in our Discord server, link in the description. I'm also thinking about starting a Warframe clan where people could meet others, but there is currently no timeline for that, nor do I know what it would look like yet, so that's more of a work in progress, but I thought I would shout it out now nonetheless. Because as another commenter pointed out, maybe the Warframe lore is the friends we made along the way. Sure, we'll go with that. Is your outfit for the Warframe lore inspired by the Entrati style? My loremaster-in-training garb is something that I've actually had around for a while, ever since March 2022 when I first premiered it on TikTok. And while I had done some Warframe content over there at one point, the outfit wasn't really based on anything in the game and more so just whatever I had lying around that looked relatively cool. The vest specifically, I may or may not have accidentally stolen from a high school theater show I was in years ago and just kept around until this point. Also, since debuting the outfit, I've crafted some lore for the Lore Master character in terms of how they got their outfit, what the Lore Master organization is, things like that I'll probably turn into a video at some point. And just to clarify, the Lore Master isn't like a separate personality or anything. The person you see in videos is similar to who I am IRL, just with a pre-thought out script and a much larger emphasis on my love for storytelling. I want more! But in the right time, please don't overwork yourself. This is one of the things that I really enjoy about the community that we've been building. When I had to delay the posting of the Every Warframe videos, I was admittedly a bit nervous, not because of anything you guys had done, but more so just a general anxiety that comes from having to delay something you already set a date for. But whenever I made a post about it, the responses were super positive, people encouraging me to take care of myself, just an overall awesome vibe, and I just wanted to take a moment to highlight that and say thank you. And it's partially because this community is so awesome that I want to keep improving things, whether that's in video editing, research, the technical back end of live streams, etc. Butterfly effect is crazy. If somebody goes back to Warframe because of you, then falls in love, you could be the reason a child is born. That's a lot. It's just really crazy to think about the impact and connections things can... Oh wait, there's another comment here. The lore lord so hard I'm now pregnant with joy. Wait, it happened already? Congrats on the joy, baby, I guess. Hey you, yes you, our dear lore keep. You're awesome and thank you for your hard work. Keep it up. Hey you, yes you, my dear lorelings. You're awesome and thank you for being such awesome supporters. Keep it up. Or I mean, it's your choice. I like how you call your audience lorelings like a geriatric grandpa who's telling us all to sit down and read a part of a big convoluted story. Keep it up, pal. So I had a whole other bit for this comment planned, but that was until I saw this. This is a loreling, and I love it. I've had this headcanon of what lorelings look like. I've described them as little ink blobs that can mold themselves into different shapes and forms, and somebody made it. This was posted by Mexi Dragon in our Discord server. I've linked some of their other socials in the description to credit them because my god, does this look exactly how I thought they would. If you look closely, you can also see little equations and scribbles floating around in the ink representing the knowledge that they're absorbing. I just think it's really cool. Have you tried applying for the Warframe Creator Program? From what I can tell, the Warframe Creator Program is invite only. They have to see your content and then decide if they want to extend you an offer. In order to receive an invite though, you need to have a business email account set up, which I have not been able to do because life has been insanely busy, but it is high on my list of things to do, so we'll see. That being said, I am kind of in a weird place when it comes to creator programs because most of them state that you have to be making consistent content on whatever their specific topic is. I started with Warframe lore, and there's definitely still a lot more that I'm going to be doing with it, probably for the next good couple of years, but I know it's not going to be the only thing I'm doing in the future. There are so many games, fandoms, and ideas that I want to play around with, and while I do want to keep tabs on Warframe as the years go by, playing the quests, doing community stuff, etc., it's not the final destination, and I don't know how creator programs are going to sit with that type of idea, so we'll just have to find out as we we go. Jumping from fandom to fandom, want to try and jump in the septic tank that is the Undertale fandom? Absolutely, there are a few cases where I wouldn't want to explore the lore of a piece of media and interact with people from that fandom. And the reason for that is because for a long time, back in like high school and stuff, I would listen to people talking bad about certain fandoms I wasn't a part of, and then label those fandoms as bad in my mind simply because of hearsay. And then almost every time I would actually interact with those problematic fandoms, I would often find the same thing. Well, it just kind of seems like most of the people here are just vibing with a piece of media they enjoy. Like, yeah, there's a portion over there that are kind of being annoying or problematic, but even some of them don't even seem to be fans, they're just trolls stoking the flames, so people made this place sound way worse than it actually is. I still take things on a case-by-case basis, but at this point I've heard almost every fandom under the sun get called toxic by at least somebody, so as long as I can find some positive people to interact with and I find the media itself to be interesting, I'm more than willing to try. Shout out to incomprehensible beings who make shady deals involving unfathomable power. Gotta be one of my favorite genders. And I'm filming this at the end of Pride Month, no less. Happy late Pride, and tell me what your favorite incomprehensible being that makes shady deals of unfathomable power is in the comments. I'm definitely not secretly writing them down to make videos on them at some point. I'm happy to see the videos are getting longer. I understand you probably make these videos on TikTok too, but personally I prefer videos with landscape orientation. I like the editing though, reminiscent of Nakey Jakey, maybe record outside so when you decide to cut to yourself full, you can have some very engaging and dynamic backgrounds. Thank you for the interesting suggestion and for considering my situation. Initially, TikTok was the platform I made videos on. It was where I had my following, so I obviously prioritized making vertically formatted content. However, going forward, I want to try and make each Lore 101 or just any video that's not a short horizontal. Some will still be filmed in vertical, like this one kind of is, at least until I can get a mic that's not just my phone mic, which will allow me to film from longer distances, zoom, crop, etc. Because TikTok already allows you to view horizontal videos in full screen, it shouldn't be that much of a change in quality for the TikTok side of things, but uploading videos in a vertical format on YouTube is definitely much more noticeable. It's just the way things worked for me at the start, but as the red dimension has grown, I think making things sideways could be better. Also, funny you mentioned Nakey Jakey because I love the humor in these videos. It reminds me of Bricky and his Warhammer 40k Summarized series, a mix of memes and lore that doesn't take itself seriously and embraces the insanity of the setting. Love it, make more videos like this. Throughout the process of making a video, especially the longer ones, I'll often watch creators that help get my inspiration flowing to figure out how I want certain parts to go. Nakey Jakey and Bricky are two such creators, along with names like Bisley, Giga, Gysander and Coda, Sir Superhero, and Aerith Girl on TikTok, and a couple others here and there. Additionally, when I'm making the skits that are interspersed throughout the videos, I kind of treat those like an abridgment, thinking back to Team 4 Star, Something Witty Entertainment, even the godfather of the soup store meme, Purple Eyes WTF. However, while I love that some of you guys enjoy the humor I add to videos, I definitely do still try to take some things seriously for two reasons that I fortunately found some comments to represent. Both of these were posted on our Every Warframe videos, and the first one reads, "Is this a chance for Nezha to be taken seriously in a canonical manner? Honestly, great frame, and it's old to see him boiled down to a meme in the community, especially with his intriguing Chinese mythology connections. Not much lore in game, but a Nezha main can dream." In the process of doing the Lore 101 videos, I've learned a lot about how to research and present lore information. However, one of the most important things I've learned is that no matter what I am talking about, I am always talking about somebody's favorite thing. Somebody's favorite character, somebody's favorite villain, favorite event, location, game, universe, whatever it is. And I want to try and give them their roses if I'm able. So when it came to warframes like Wisp and Nezha especially, I wanted to spend time going a little bit deeper than the memes, exploring why a person might like their kit, what overall vibe do they bring to the table, and in the case of Nezha, what does their lore actually portray them as, irrespective of how the community sees them? And this isn't me ragging on anybody who does make those type of jokes, like you do you. I just like to sometimes put myself in the shoes of those who enjoy the thing that I'm talking about and ask myself, what all could someone like about this thing? And the payoff can be something like this. What the dog doing had me crying. That ending hit me hard. It was completely unexpected, but very true. Warframe has always given me a home and a family during tough times. Let's save the system 10. I want to try and find the heart of the worlds that I talk about. And yes, if that line isn't in some Kingdom Hearts game, I'm gonna be disappointed. What I mean is, when I set out to understand a world, I don't just want to learn the who, what, when, and why, but also the emotional connections people can form with it. Whether because of a game's story, late nights playing with friends, the solace it has offered them during tumultuous times, there are many reasons why a game might become more than a game to somebody, and I want to try to convey at least some of that feeling, not in every single video, but where I think it fits. And that's why I loved getting to make the every Warframe videos, but especially the ending of part 2, which many of you have told me your feelings about. Fun fact, it is because of that ending that I didn't make as much money from that video as I would have, and don't worry, this isn't me saying that I should have made like more or something like that. The song at the end of part 2 was hit with ad revenue sharing. Normally, if it was just an average piece of background music, I just swap it out in editing, but for that one I was like, no, I'm fine sharing the revenue. This is the song I want to end it on. This is the feeling I want to convey. I'm a bit more well versed on how to avoid those types of things in the future, but in the moment I was like, nah, I want that. I feel like my brain just got struck with a bolt worth of 50 gigabytes worth of information. My videos tend to do that, but here's one more piece of info to cap it off. Why does Neff look like an Amazon smart door? Let that image sear into your psyche. And that about does it for this video. Wait, there's one more comment here. Have a fantippity-top-tastic day has to be the most fabulous outro statement I've heard in my life. I agree. Have a fantippity-top-tastic day.